Welcome to our next module. Practice number 6 is shift complaints into requests. So in his book, The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch, and I highly recommend this book, he wrote, complaining does not work as a strategy. We all have finite time and energy. Any time we spend whining is unlikely to help us achieve our goals, and it won't make us happier. Author Randy Pausch certainly knew this himself, so he wrote this book, The Last Lecture, when he found out that he was dying and didn't have a lot of time left. So this is the perspective of somebody who had a really short life, much shorter than he should have, and has realized that the time and energy and emotion that goes into complaining isn't worth it, and it also doesn't help. So let's just take a look at why we shouldn't do this other than, well, Deb said don't do it. So research shows that complaining shortens your lifespan. It reduces the size of the hippocampus in your brain, which is responsible for memory and problem solving. It increases your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone. It rewires your brain to think negatively more often, right? As soon as you have that neural pathway in your brain that goes, this is the complaint path, it's going to be really easy for things to go into the complaint path. And finally, complaining is contagious. I promise you that you have seen this in action, that you've had somebody at work who's complaining about somebody else at work, and you're like, I know, right? They're awful. So complaining is contagious. So you are not just going to be complaining yourself and suffering with a whole bunch of these challenges. You also are going to be dealing with people complaining around you because it's going to be contagious from you, and you are going to be contagious for them as well. So we really do want to stop the cycle. So let's take a look at some helpful language. So here is some helpful language that will help you shift a complaint into a request. And this is language that I've adapted from Julie Gottman of the Gottman Institute. She is a psychologist and a relationship therapist, and how we shift complaints into requests is true for the workplace as much as it is true for any other interpersonal relationship we might have, like a partnership or a marriage. And so here is a model that we can use from Julie Gottman, which is, I feel about what? Here's my positive need and the impact it would have. So let's take a look at this. I feel concerned about the short timeline for finding a suitable consultant for this project. That's my feel about what? My positive need, I would appreciate it if you could extend it by a week. Here's the impact. That would allow me to think outside the box and give us a wider range of options. So I feel about what, here's my positive need and the impact it would have. Take a look in your handout. You will see a worksheet that will help you shift a complaint into a request. Come back in a moment for our next module.